I'm live! Is anyone there? We got 23 people coming. Hi, friends. Somebody chat me to let me know that you're alive, to let me know that this is live, to let me know that I'm live. I'm happy to be here. We're going to get on Instagram in less than 2 minutes. Perfect. Adam is sound checking for me. You're going to get some good crotch shots for the next 60 seconds. $6:29, that is the time. Hello, Instagram, is everyone out there? Somebody show us some love. Oh yes, we got 3 people here. Things are happening. NOLA Tribe Yoga started a live video. What a day. What a day to be alive. This is so fun. All right, so let me get this worked out a little bit. I'm a one-man tech show. Look at my cool speaker with the light show that's happening. Yeah, y'all didn't know you were getting a light show. That's just thrilling as all get out. Thank you guys so much for being here. People are loading in. Gary texted. Gary, I hope that you're on. Gary's in Missouri right now. Becca! Oh yes, Laura, you and Connie. Oh, I told you I got your song coming in Shavasana, girlfriend. Hey, oh my gosh, my heart is so happy right now. And I just got all Southern. I'm not Southern. Well, I am now, I guess. All right, so let me come back while everybody is getting filed in. A couple of things to start. First of all, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the front room of my house. I got a tiki bar here, chop yard style. I was gonna try to light up my big corn tree with some lights, but that didn't happen today. So here we are. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Obviously, I miss the crap out of you guys. I wish nothing more than we were at Chop Yard, but obviously this is, if anything, our civic duty to be at home, social distancing. So thank you for joining me virtually. I hope both systems are working. Again, Adam is in the kitchen like a wonderful human being, letting me know if anything's wrong, because you're too far away for me to tell. As I mentioned, this is a donation-based class, and so 50% of the proceeds, that was Adam coming to tell me we're good. It's a donation-based class, so we're taking donations via Venmo, which is at NOLA Tribe Yoga on Venmo. Also, if you go to Eventbrite, we have like an event set up where you can make a donation as purchasing a ticket. So it could be a donation of any amount that you can do on Eventbrite, and that will be like available until 1 minute, like 6:59. If it doesn't work out, just, touch base. We really want to do something to offer these good vibes to y'all, but also to make an impact in the community, people that are hurting and suffering during this time. And Chop Yard has done so much for us. The people at Chop Yard, the bartenders, the bar staff, the Caribou Kitchen tater tacho makers. And they're out of work right now, plain and simple. So we are donating half of the proceeds for tonight right back to them into their pockets, safe and sound. So thank you so much in advance for your big hearts and for helping to fund us to do this and for us to all be together. I seriously am so excited to be here. I can't see any of you, but know that my heart is with you. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started today. I'll stop talking before I start talking again. Let's get started in a Supta Baddha Konasana while I set your intention for today. So let me get the playlist set up. So the intention that I want you guys to find, if you saw my post earlier, if you want to take a look at the screen, I tattooed now. Oh gosh, I have 2 screens to come to. I tattooed now with a Sharpie, that is, on my wrist. And that is something that I always did growing up, just to like have this thing. Also, I mean, I always wanted tattoos. I was obsessed with tattoos. So that's really why. But as I grew up, I like wanted something to be able to just like be in my face, giving me a message that was like near and dear to me that day. And then the next day I got to choose something else. So again, if you're just joining in, go ahead and just find a Supta Baddha Konasana, which is going to be knees spread wide to the edges of your mat, one hand to your belly, the other to your chest. And just find your breath here and sink in with your breath. First, let's do a big breath in through the nose. And then a big breath out through the mouth. Let it all go sinking into your mat. One more big breath in together. So cool to think that we're hundreds of us all breathing in, and then breathing out a big sigh of relief all together. Let everything go. And then on your next breath in, your deepest breath yet, breathe in an extra sip at the top. And then exhale, seal your lips, exhale through the nose. This is our Ujjayi breath, and just connecting with like this deep, deep sinking breath for the first few minutes of class as I talk about our intention. So staying there, one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And the intention that I wanted to set, in case this was backwards when you tried to read it, I don't really know how technology works, but it says now, just plain and simple. And it said that why mindfulness is so important is because the people that live in the now, in the present, that's where you find your happiness. It's not about people that are living in the past, thinking, dwelling about the past, people that are anxious, needing to move on to the future, like hoping for better days. What we want is we want to be right here in the center, centered into our body, into our mind, into our hearts in the now. And that's where we're going to find happiness. And Sam Harris kind of put it best when he said, the reality of your life is now. The reality is right here, right now. So finding those deep breaths in and out. And I know when we're in like a current time like we are, that we just want it to be over, right? Like we want the future to be here and we want everything to be said and done. But that's no way to find happiness in our life. We need to find happiness in the here, in the now. That is why I always encourage a nice adult beverage on your yoga mat, which I brought with me, a Hop 99 Abita, because sometimes you need like that little extra thing to just like let everything else melt away and to just be focused on the now. And for me, like one sip of beer just kind of helps me be like, okay, it's here, let that other shit go. So here on your mat, I'm going to keep bringing you back today to the now consistently throughout the practice. And I hope for you to join me with these good vibes here and now on the mat. So if you're joining a little bit late, we are in Supta Baddha Konasana. And I got this big speaker and this big microphone because I needed those big vibes like we have at Chomp Yard. So you've been in the Supta Baddha Konasana for a while here. Let's just find 2 more deep breaths in. Again, through your nose. Big, big, big inhale. Exhale through your nose. Let your hands just seep into your belly as you empty all the way out. One more deep, 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 deep breath in all together. Exhale, let it go. And then let's bring our hands to the outsides of our knees, closing our knees like a book. Then hugging our knees into our chest. Trying to keep that tailbone still rooted onto the mat. Just find a rock side to side. Starting off slow again, just being present, melting into the mat. Release your left leg long. Your right knee is going to stay in to your chest. Give a couple of hip circles one way And a couple of hip circles the opposite way. Good. Then release that leg long, pulling in behind the hamstring. And then bend at the knee. We're going to take our right knee across our left side. Gaze comes over to the right. Go ahead and cactus that right arm to keep your heart open, expanded. Finding this early spinal twist here. And then connecting with your breath. Once we find the pose, connect with your breath into the pose and breathe life into it. Your pinky toe needs that life to direct breath right into that pinky toe. Knee comes back into the chest. Switch out those legs. Left knee comes in. Couple of hip circles, one direction. And then hip circles the opposite direction. Being kind with our body. Straighten out your left leg, pull behind the hamstring. Feel that nice stretch. And then rebend into the knee, taking your left knee across the right side. Gaze comes over to your left hand. Firmly root that right hip down into the earth. That left shoulder down into the earth. And then this left pinky toe needs some life into it as well. Y'all, my pinky toes are dead for sure. I stubbed them. I probably won a contest when I was a child, stubbing my pinky toes. I need extra life. Bring that knee back in the center. Hug both of those knees into your chest. Rock and roll. Massage your vertebrae into the mat, gaining a little momentum. We're going to come forward, rolling over our shins, finding a cat or a tabletop position. So our tabletop, my belt's coming loose. Our tabletop here, you want your shoulders over your wrist. Untuck those toes, firmly plant the tops of your feet into the earth. Just finding this connection with your living room, I presume, if you're outside. I am very jealous. Thanks. All right, stargazing cow, gaze comes up, belly drops. Exhale, push the mat away, curl the spine. Contract that lower rib to your navel. Inhale, stargazing cow. Exhale, terrified cat. Inhale, stargazing cow. Really spread those sits bones. Exhale, terrified cat. Contract that core. Push the mat away. Good. Staying with your breath now. Always moving like you. Connecting with your breath. I'm going to fix my belt. Y'all keep moving like you in your cat-cows. You know this song is a little sexy. You know how much I love my sexy cats and my sexy cows. Sexy cows are a real thing, and you know it. You went to college with those girls that dressed up like sexy cows for Halloween. All right, so after those cat cows, let's go ahead and tuck those toes. Hips come high, downward facing dog. First down dog of class, feeling it out, pedaling into both feet. I like to have my index fingers facing forward because that helps me to kind of open up across my shoulders a little bit more. Sink that chest down towards your hips as your heels are actively rooting towards the earth. Sits bones are high. Again, core is engaged even in our down dog. Pressing through all 10 pads of your fingers and into the root knuckle of your index finger and thumb. Inhale, roll forward into high plank. So for high plank, I want my shoulders above my wrist. I'm a little far forward, so I'm going to scoot my feet back to where my heels are over the balls of my feet. My shoulders are right over my hips. This really lets me know what the best position is for my down dog. So shift up and back. That is how far apart your hands and feet should be for your down dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank, contract the core. Spiral your inner thighs towards one another. You should be up on the ball mounds of your feet. Exhale, down dog, hips go high, pedal it out. Good work, we love these planks. Inhale, roll forward plank one more time. Let's drop our right knee. Right foot comes spiraled out wide, coming into a modified side plank. Left arm reaches high to the sky, and I want that really tight, active right hip. So active that you could even pop that foot long if you wanted to. Feeling that engagement through the right side body. Then bringing that top arm back down. Right leg goes high, and then step it between your hands, low lunge. Spiral your right arm up to the sky. Right knee is right over your right ankle. Gaze comes up. Feel that stretch across your collarbone. Powering into the big toe of your left foot. Good. Hand comes down and frames that foot. We're going to do something a little bit different. Chrissy, if you're watching, this is for you. Finding a cat-cow in our lunge. So, terrified cat, straighten the front leg. Curl that upper back, engage through the core. That is our terrified cat in kind of this extended lunge. Then we're going to sink down, stargazing cow. Find that back bend there, gazes up. Exhale, terrified cat. Inhale, stargazing cow. Exhale, terrified cat. One more time. Inhale, stargazing cow. Front leg goes back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Walk it out. Find a little bounce here to the music. Why not? All right, shift forward into plank once again. Go ahead and drop that left knee down to the earth. Left foot spirals out wide. Watch your beer. We do not want any beer spilled today. Oh, and I did. I spilled it there. All right, right arm spirals up high, engaging through that left side body. Again, so much that you could pop that foot long if you wanted to. Beautiful. Spiraling your bicep forward to get that shoulder out of your ear. Top arm comes down, left leg goes high. Swing it through, low lunge. Left arm spirals up to the sky for a runner's lunge with a twist. Again, coming onto the ball mound of that right foot, squaring across your chest. And if you want to look, I don't want the shoulder down in your ear. I really want you to maybe pivot your bicep forward to reach out of that front shoulder for support. All right, terrified cat cows in our lunge. Top hand comes down. Terrified cat on your exhale, straighten your front leg. Inhale, find a cow pose. Terrified cat on your exhale. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful, beautiful. Go ahead and walk your hands all the way to the top of your mat. You know what's coming. We're starting to move. Temper trap is getting started. This is a terribly uncomfortable situation with this belt. I got it, y'all. All right, we're finding a forward fold here. So grab opposite elbows and sway back and forth in our ragdoll pose. We'll turn the music up a little bit here. So feeling a lovely stretch all the way up through the backs of your heels, up your hamstrings, coming up and over your hips. Down, up and over through your lower back, through your upper back, and letting your head coming out through the crown of your head. Beautiful. Plant those hands, halfway lift, flat back. Energy is shooting out of the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold, let it all go. I love this point to take to shake your head, yes, to everything that serves you, to the now. Shake it to the now. Shake your head no to anything in the past that you're dwelling on, or anything in the future that you think that you need to be happy. You be happy in the now. Shake your head, yes. Inhale those arms up to the sky. Let's interlace our thumbs and then kind of pull back with each thumb to feel that expansion across the chest. Beautiful. Finding this slight back bend with rooting firmly through the feet. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to find a little bit of a flow here, picking up the pace, picking up the feet. Halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg steps back. Exhale, left leg meets it, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into your plank. Exhale, lower all the way down, flat as a board. Inhale for baby cobra, hands are under your shoulders, engage that lower back. Exhale, hips go high, downward facing dog. Right leg extends high to the sky, three-legged dog, step in between your hands. Left leg meets it on an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up to the sky, interlace those palms, find the back bend. Exhale, forward fold, left side. Left leg steps back. Right leg meets it, downward facing dog. Roll forward into plank, rolling all the way down, flat as a board again. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg goes high, three-legged dog. Step up between your hands. Right leg meets it, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Reach those arms all the way up to the sky. Connect at the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Second side, y'all. Right leg steps back. Left leg meets it, down dog. Roll forward, high plank. Pause here. We're lowering down through our chaturanga. So halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg goes high. Step it through. Left leg meets it, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Reach all the way up high. Expand through the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg steps back. Right leg meets it, down dog. Roll forward, high plank. Lower halfway down. You can always drop to your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg goes high. Step it through. Right leg meets it, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Arms all the way up high. Y'all can hear me breathing. Connect those thumbs. Expand through the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Last side goes a little bit differently. Last round. Right leg steps back. Left leg meets it. Staying in a high plank. Lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pausing here. Pedaling out your dog. This time we have the opportunity to jump through, or we can go ahead and keep walking. So if you're jumping, gaze forward, bend your knees, look forward, hips come high, hips, feet come up, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale those arms up high, exhale, forward fold. Last side, left leg steps back, right leg meets it in a high plank. Lower halfway down, upward facing dog on an inhale. Exhale, down dog. Jumping through again. Inhale, up on your toes, bend your knees, gaze comes forward. Halfway lift at the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up high. Exhale, sink those hips down low. Chair pose. That was a woo heard across the world. I just know it. I hope your neighbors are like, what the hell is happening there? Take those hips down low. Find that beat. Rock it out a little bit. It's been a long week, y'all. It's only Wednesday, but it's been a long week. Heart comes high. Sink hips down low. Forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. This time, jump back if you'd like. Lowering through your vinyasa. Meeting in down dog when you're ready. And then finding a child's pose, because I need it. It's a lot of work to have to do this, to have to practice while I'm instructing. What is that about? Ron, if you're out there, got my Jaeger bottle. Avita, if you're out there, I got your beer. Thank you both. Whether y'all have a water or an adult beverage, can we just get a cheers to the screen real quick? I seriously love all of you. Cheers to you. Cheers to our bartenders. Cheers to Caribou Kitchen. Cheers to Chop Yard. Happy to be out here tonight supporting y'all. Make another drink though. All right. Let's find down dog when you're ready. Sorry for the people that were holding down dog that entire time. Not that sorry. You're ambitious. I know that about you. All right. Finding a down dog, pedaling out. Right leg goes high to the sky, three-legged dog. Let's bend at the knee and stack our hips. So right heel is reaching towards your left glute, pressing firmly through both hands, finding that nice stretch through the hip. Inhale, leg goes high. Step it between your hands, rise up, warrior two. Back heel is spiral down to the earth, finding that deep bend, that deep 90-degree bend in the front knee. You got a little booty shot of me. Gotta appreciate that. All right, finding our flying warrior, all 10 toes to the left side of the mat. Arms come high, reach up, maybe clasp those thumbs and reach high, and then release warrior two. So again, we're finding that super flowy flow, coming up, flying warrior, warrior two, extend. Peaceful warrior, flip that front palm, take you up and back, keep that deep bend. Hands come down to the earth, right leg steps back, roll through your vinyasa. At this time, and all times, vinyasas are optional. So if you want to just meet in down dog, skip out on that chaturanga to up dog to down dog, do it, do what you want. Inhale your left leg high, bend your knee, stack your hip, pressing firmly through that left wrist still, really opening up. That right heel is reaching down to the earth. Left leg goes high, step it between your legs, open up, warrior two. Yeah, now I gotta face y'all, that's better. Gazes over that front middle finger. Find that deep sinking down. Flying warrior, all 10 toes interlace. Your toes don't interlace, all your 10 toes face the right side of your mat. Thumbs interlace. Warrior two to the front of the mat. Let's do that one more time. Flying warrior, back to warrior two. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Windmill those hands down to the earth. Roll through your vinyasa. Y'all get to critique my vinyasa all day long. You have the perfect view of it. Can't wait to hear your feedback. Inhale that right leg high. Right knee, right elbow, shift forward, squeeze it in. Inhale, take it high. Exhale, step it between your hands, rising up, warrior two. All right, warrior two to flying warrior. Going warrior two to the back of the mat. Crazy, mixing it up. Peaceful warrior to the back of the mat. And then flipping it around, peaceful warrior to the front. Extended side angle, right elbow to right inner thigh. Left arm comes in front and over the ear. Feeling this wonderful stretch from your left outside of your heel, all the way up your side body, up and over your fingertips. Good, rising up, reverse triangle. Left arm reaches down your side body, right arm reaches high. Then rise straight up, tick-tock that torso forward, and then down, triangle pose. Pressing the back of my right hand into my shin, pulling my belly button back through my spine as I expand through my chest. Finding this deep hip crease in this right hip, shifting my right hip forward as my left hip spirals forward. Beautiful, y'all. All right, staying here a little bit tricky. I'm going to run into some equipment. We're going to move into half moon pose. So gaze is going to come forward. Your hand is going to come about a foot outside of your pinky toe. Left heel is reaching towards the back of the mat. Right arm reaches high. Standing firm out of all four corners of your right foot. I assume you guys are all doing so beautifully. No one is falling. Everyone is holding it this whole entire time. Y'all are beautiful. We're going to slowly bend into the front leg. Warrior two, landing softly, and then windmilling our hands down to the mat. Roll through your vinyasa or not. Upward facing dog, expand through the heart. Downward facing dog. Woo! All right. Left leg high, three-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow. Squeeze it in. Inhale, left leg high. Step it through. Warrior two. Rise up. Deep bend in that front knee. Sparking energy out of both fingertips. Flying warrior takes you up. Interlace those thumbs. Warrior two to the back of the mat. Finding that little surfboard here. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Reverse that piece, up and back to the front of the mat. Extended side angle. So I learned this new cue, which I love. So start with your arm back, sweep it in front of your body, and it lands exactly how it's supposed to. So that pinky finger is facing down. Your shoulder finds this nice extension through the outside. All right, reverse triangle straight through the front leg. Right arm reaches down your right leg as left arm reaches high. Not compressing into the side body, but finding length. Come to stand, tick-tock forward and down, triangle pose. So my left glute hip is reaching towards my right heel, finding this really nice, good bend. The further you reach, the more I feel like I can achieve this deep bend. Again, pressing firmly into my foot so I can expand all the way across my heart, out of my fingertips. Bending into the left knee and scoop back. Moving into half moon pose. Fingertips come about a foot in front, like diagonal of your pinky toe. Pressing that heel to the back of the mat. Left arm raises its right hand, and your gaze follows your right hand as well. Good. Top hip is rolls back in line. Woo! All right. That means it's time. Bending your knees, stepping back. Warrior two. Find it for a second. Then let's windmill those hands down. Find your vinyasa. Woo! How we feeling, y'all? I don't know what you said, so I think someone said, let's grab another drink. That sounds great. Maybe a drink of water too, balance it out. If you're lucky enough to be doing yoga with someone, look at them, give them a high five. If that person that you're with isn't doing yoga, or you happen to be alone, high five me, scream high five. My person, I made them be in the kitchen. So even if you're with someone, you might not be with them. That's fine. You might have made them be in the kitchen. All right. Finding down dog. Let's go through our third round here. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit. Keep adding on. Right leg high. We're going to bring our right knee to our left elbow. Shift forward. Inhale, take it high. Step it between your hands. Rising up. Warrior two. Flying warrior to the side of the mat. Warrior two to the back of the mat. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Reverse that peaceful warrior up and back to the front of the mat. And then extended side angle. Again, sweeping that arm out in front and then up and over your ear. Using your right elbow to really help keep that right knee in line. Good. Maybe finding a half bind here. So bringing your left hand behind you so that the back of your hand is grazing your booty, and then reaching for that right hip if you can. So you're kind of helping yourself to open up across the chest, then also hoping to keep that right leg open. Moving straight into triangle pose with this bind if you can hold it. So again, helping to find that deep crease in that hip. Good. Gaze comes up, again, expanding across the heart. If this bind is making you to constrict across the heart, go ahead and release it. And then holding on for a second, we're going to try to keep this bind while we move into half moon, if it's accessible. Otherwise, release that arm up to the sky. If you want to find that Chupasana variation, bending the left knee, grabbing the ankle, and then kicking into your hand, please do. One more big inhale here. Exhale, both feet to the top of the mat. Stand up high. Hips sink down low. Chair pose. Woo! Finding that beat to my Justin Bieber. One more deep breath in. Sink down lower. Arms come higher. Expand through the heart. Inhale, rise up high. All right, so we are, right knee comes into our chest. Moving into tree pose. So, bending at the right knee, sole of the foot comes to the inner left thigh. Hands come to heart center. Ooh, my computer's starting to shake. Adam, let me know if something's wrong. Inhale your arms up high. Good, expand through the heart. Pinky fingers are dialing towards one another. Staying here. Then you can either stay in tree pose or go ahead and grab with your peace sign fingers to that big toe. Moving into Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana B, extended hand to big toe pose. Leg is off to the corner of your mat. Right arm reaches high. Stay with me, y'all. Big inhale here. Exhale. Bend at the knee. We're going to drop our leg off at the side, back of our mat. Moving into a side plank on the right side. Hips come high. Pushing out of the lower shoulder. Right leg lifts. We can come into that same tree variation here in our half and our side plank. If you can't quite get the leg high enough, at least don't press into the knee. So I'm pressing into my heel to avoid my knee. Beautiful. Top hand comes down. If you want to stay in tree through your vinyasa, go for it. Whew. Down dog. Yeah, all right. That is the biggest extension that we're doing today during class, our longest flow. So stay with me. We got one more side here. Left leg goes high. Left knee to right elbow, cross the body. Inhale, take it high. Exhale, step it between your hands. Rising up, warrior two. Flying warrior to the side of your mat. Warrior two to the back. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Peaceful warrior to the front of the mat. Extended side angle. Beautiful. I did it wrong again. I love this cue, but I never do it. Up in front of the body. Good. Expand through the heart. Then if you want to find that half bind, bring the back side of your right hand behind your booty, grabbing at the hip, helping you to expand across the heart. Gaze comes up. Beautiful. I'm saying beautiful, probably to myself, I guess. This looks beautiful, McKensie. Good job. Straighten through the front leg, triangle pose. Finding that deep hip crease. Left hip is pulling back, right hip is pulling forward, navel to the back of your spine. Keeping the bind here, we're going to find half moon. Woo! Extending through the right leg, standing strong out of all four corners of that left foot. If you're releasing the bind and want to find Shavasana, go ahead and bend that left knee. When I watch myself in the camera, it doesn't work too often. Kick into that hand to stretch your shoulder and your hip flexor. And then come slowly to stand at the front of your mat. Arms come high. Sink your hips down low for chair pose. Woo, woo! Find that bounce. If you can't bounce your booty at home by yourself, when can you bounce your booty? One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Arms all the way up to the sky. Bring that left knee into your chest. Then we're bending at the knee, bringing it in for chair pose. Hands to heart center. Grow your tree. Pressing firmly into the sole of your foot with that hip. Don't let your foot jut your hip out to the side. And either staying in tree pose or bringing your peace sign fingers to your big toe. Extending out to the left corner of your mat for Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana B. The one Sanskrit word I always choose to say, it's the longest. Expand your heart. Bend at the knee. Step that. Oop. Nope, I didn't do it wrong. Coming into side plank on the left side. So, stacking those hips on top of one another. Again, if you would like to find tree variation here, bending the right leg, placing it on top of the left thigh, lifting those hips, and then rotating through, coming through your vinyasa. Woo! All right. Finding child's pose or another social if you'd like. I'm gonna check my computer real quick to make sure that this is working. Y'all let me know on YouTube Live if it's shaking, because it looks like it's shaking, and hopefully you guys aren't throwing up. All right, we'll keep going. Fight through it, y'all. Oh, Adam says it's good. Thanks, babe. All right. So, find your child's pose. Y'all have had plenty to drink. On your child's pose, just bringing yourself back to the mat, finding your now, like we talked about, staying present, staying here. Big inhales through the nose and exhales through the nose. Rock your forehead side to side. All right, pressing up and back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Taking your peace sign fingers, wrapping them around your big toes. We're going to find a forward fold here. Crown of the head reaches down to the earth. Elbows come wide, finding that nice stretch. All right. Then we're going to release. So we're going to release our right toes only. So left toe is going to stay held by our peace fingers. Right hand to our right thigh. We're going to come up to an extended hand to big toe from this position, straight leg, okay? So powering into our right heel and our right foot. Go ahead and stand up, extended. I promise you can do it. It sounds impossible the first time, but it is not. Right arm extends high. Left arm extends high. Left leg stays straight. And then take a huge step forward, landing in high crescent lunge. So powering through the back leg, and with my heel over the ball of my foot. Good. Knitting up the core, pinky fingers are drawing towards one another. And then we're going to power through the right leg as well, coming into eagle pose. So we're powering up and over with that right leg. Right leg under, or right leg over, right arm under. That was a mouthful. Make sure your knees come to center, elbows come to shoulder height, sink down low. Good work, y'all. Staying here. One more big breath in. Exhale, unravel everything. Come to stand at the top of your mat, moving into dancer's pose. So left leg is going to rise into our left hand. Right arm reaches high. Roll that outer left hip forward and then kick into your hand as you lean forward. Beautiful. It's natural for me to say beautiful. Again, I'm saying it to myself. How silly. Staying here for one more breath. Slowly releasing that leg about halfway back your mat, coming into pyramid pose. So all 10 toes facing forward, hinge at the hips. Make sure that right hip is kind of pulling back. The left hip is squaring forward. You can release your arms down to the earth if you'd like. Letting the crown of your head go as well. Again, staying present here on the mat, enjoying every second of it. If it's not me, at least you're enjoying the chain smokers. All right, and then releasing, we're going to tuck our left knee behind our right ankle, sitting that booty down onto the earth. One of the best parts of class. Inhale your left arm high, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Spine is long. Exhale, twist deeper. Energy coming out through the crown of the head. With every inhale, you reach longer. With every exhale, you twist deeper. Gaze is at the back of the mat. And then counter twist to the opposite side, bringing your forehead down to the earth. Good. Bringing those feet out in front of you. Hinging on your sacrum here. We got a little boat pose. Grabbing the backs of your legs to roll your shoulders down your back. Your chest comes forward. Working that core. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat, just 5 times. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. 2 more. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. Roll over those knees, or rolling the length of your spine, and then rolling over your knees, hopping back if you would like, going through your vinyasa, or meeting in down dog whenever you're ready. Pedaling out those feet, and then we're walking our hands to the back of the mat once again. This time, walking our feet onto the palms of our hands. So gorilla pose here. Make that firm connection. Maybe wiggle your toes to give your wrists a little wrist massage. Yes, if that's the kind of wrist massage that you pay for, you need to be going to better wrist massagers. But this is what we got at the moment. We're making ourselves happy in this moment. Bend at the elbows a little bit to pull your chest towards your shins. And then letting go. All right. This time, we're wrapping our right big toe with our right T-sign fingers, left hand to left thigh, and then raising up with a straight right leg. Y'all got this. Holding here. Really engaging that left glute, standing out of all 4 corners of the foot. Left arm goes high, right arm goes high, and then we're taking a big step forward into our high lunge. Powering forward on the ball mound of that back foot. Roll your shoulders down your back, knit your core together. All right, we're coming into eagle pose on the opposite side, so pushing off of that back foot, knee comes up and over. Left arm under, left leg is over. Bring those knees back towards center. Elbows up towards your shoulders. Sink your hips down low. Everything together like you're one big appendage. Squeeze one more breath in. Exhale, release. All right, dancer's pose, opposite side. Right leg is going to lift into your right hand. Left arm extends. Kicking into your foot to tilt forward. Reach, 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 kick, kick, kick. Staying with your drishti, your non-moving point. One more big inhale. Exhale, release halfway down your mat for pyramid pose. All 10 toes are facing forward. Square off those hips. Bend at the hips. And then release those arms down to the ground, crown of the head, reaching towards the shin. Left outer hip pulling back, right outer hip pulling forward. Engage your core so that you can bend deeper here. Staying with your breath. Staying with the now. When you're ready, tucking your right knee on the outside of your left heel, coming to sit. If this is a little too tight on your hips, that bottom leg, just take it straight out from underneath. Inhale your right arm high, right arm to the outside of your left knee. Spine comes tall on your inhale. Exhale, twist deeper, gazes towards the back of the mat. Inhale long, exhale twist. Counter twist to the opposite side, bringing that forehead down to the earth. Legs come out in front. This time if you want to grab your water, or if you have an adult beverage, whatever you choose. I'm not condoning one or the other or denying one or the other. We're going to do some core with our drink. You know I love it. All right, so each time we come to center, we just get to take a drink because why the hell not? It's yoga, but it's fun. Who cares? So we're cheersing to the world when we come to each side. So inhale, low bow. Cheers to the side. Exhale, high bow. Take a drink. Inhale, low bow. Cheers to your neighbor. Exhale, high bow. Take a drink. Inhale, low bow. Cheers to your left. Exhale, high bow. Take a drink. Inhale, cheers to your right. Exhale, high boat, come to center. Release it long. Cheers to you. Love you guys. Rock and roll, knees to chest. That is the kind of core work that I can get behind. All right, we're gonna find a stillness on our back here. Coming into a couple of back bends to expand across our heart. So bridge pose to start. Planting our heels firmly into the earth. Your arms come alongside of your body. Your heels are relatively close to your hips. Powering up through the heels, lift those hips up high. Hamstrings are engaged. Glutes aren't incredibly engaged, but they're strong, they're working. Hands come back under your sacrum to clasp. Go ahead and press into the earth, reaching that chest even higher. Pressing into all four corners of your feet. Your inner thighs are working towards one another. Exhale, lower down. Feet come to the outsides of your mat. Knees come in together. Press your knees in towards one another and press that lower back into the mat. Releasing your lower back, feeling that nice comfort of the mat, kind of spreading out the tension along that whole sacrum. All right, heels come back in line with your hips. We're going to come into one more bridge pose. If you want to take wheel pose, go for it. I'll cue one more bridge, then we'll move into wheel. So for bridge, go ahead and power those hips up again. Again, your knees are tracking straight out over your toes. If you'd like to clasp those hands under your sacrum again, pressing your pinky fingers into the earth to reach higher. We are expanding and opening our chest here. I know you feel that pressure in your back, but the pressure in your back allows for the opening across your front. Go ahead and release down. All right, we got one more big movement as this song comes on to comfort us. We're gonna bring those knees, windshield wiper them back and forth. Hot dang, I love this song. All right, wheel pose. Let's bring those hands behind our head, fingertips facing us, facing our shoulders. All right, we're gonna power in, knees stay together, coming onto the crown of your head, and then pressing up. So I want your knees tracking forward, energy through your heels. Your chest is reaching towards the front of your mat. That is the active motion here. Staying with your breath staying steady and strong this entire time. Stay in the now, stay present. Let's go for two more complete breaths. Inhale strong, exhale stronger. Inhale strong, exhale slowly release down to the mat. All right, feet come out wide, knees come together. Windshield wiper those legs back and forth. Forward dog. Go ahead and come to a seated position. We're going to come into a double pigeon pose here, which we don't do all that often at NOLA Tribe. I'm going to face y'all. So for double pigeon, let's bring our left shin kind of relatively straight, parallel with the edge of our mat. Then our left shin kind of stacks directly on top of it. So they're going to be kind of as stacked as possible. Feel this nice engagement through your outer left hip. Let's reach our arms up high, connect at the elbows, expand across the heart. Tuck into ourselves, and then reach those arms out long. Should feel that if you're whichever leg is on top, which I cued left, find this nice stretch in the outer left hip. I love you always forever. Like a great high school love song. I know it's important to find stillness in these poses, but I feel too still all day long lately, so I like to find a little movement, explore different parts. Sway back and forth if that serves you. Slowly rise up. Left leg extends out in front, coming into stargazer. So right hand comes behind your right hip. Expand up and back. Left arm reaches towards the back of the room. Feel that expansion through the whole entire front of the body and across the heart. Sink those hips down. Lift. Coming into double pigeon. Again, this time our left leg is down. Right leg is on top. Trying to stack them parallel. Reach those arms up high, reaching for opposite shoulders, expanding through the heart. Fold down into yourself, and then walk those arms up long. Again, if you want to find a little swaying back and forth in this pose, by all means, whatever serves you here, just staying now, staying in the moment. If your forward fold isn't quite as deep, if you're just kind of hanging out up here, that's all right. Just try to reach with a flat back, not a curved spine. Walking those arms back up. Right leg extends, left hand behind your left hip, reaching that right arm up and behind you, finding expansion across your entire front body, just loving and enjoying everywhere that this stretch is hitting. Sinking those hips down low. Coming back onto our backs, we're going to find a happy baby pose. Got some strings interfering with me. Happy baby. Bringing your knees to your armpits. Trying to keep that sacrum reaching down to the earth. So we're not rolled up like a ball. That spine is reaching long. Legs are reaching out wide. Rocking back and forth. My girl Bay always used to call this happy girlfriend pose. Maybe since you've been stuck at home so much lately, you've been happier than usual. But shit, let's find our silver lining, you know? Why not? Extend into one leg and then into the other leg. Moving back and forth. We'll find a one leg happy baby. Keeping your right knee in. Bringing your hand again to the outside of that foot. Knee to the shoulder. Switching out. Finding for a little bit more expansion here. And then release both legs long. Arms reach down the length of your mat for one big last stretch. And then bringing your hands down beside you, coming into our final pose of Shavasana, for which I have a special song for Lori, who requested it so long ago for Shavasana. And I love that woman, so I'm playing it for her. Staying present in this moment, staying in the now. Staying in Shavasana, expanded on your mat.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Staying with your breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose.
I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had it out. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things.
Go ahead and wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips, start to come back to life. I think it's going to cut me off in a minute. An hour flow is the max that YouTube allows. So go ahead and rolling into your favorite side and then coming to a seated position. Hands come to heart center. Thank you so much for being in the now with me for the last 59 minutes. Thank you so much for being a part of our tribe. The light in me sees, honors, and reflects the light in each and every one of you. Y'all are my favorite. Namaste. Woo! First class, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. It might have cut, yep, YouTube, or it cut me off. I'm going to see if I can. Okay, I'm going to not worry about that. Thank you so much for being here. I guess we have some more time on YouTube. So subscribe to our channel. So many of you joined in. This is so awesome. Please remember that this is a donation-based class, and that we're sharing the donations with Chop Yard, with the bartenders, with the kitchen staff. And I promise we're making sure that it gets into the hands of the people that need it. People that are not working, people that greet you with a smile, that make the best Crunchwrap Supremes that you've ever had. It's going to them, and they're such a big part of what we do on a weekly basis at the Chop Yard. We couldn't be there without them. And so I think this is perfect. Lori, thank you for suggesting it. I think this is the perfect way to give back to them. Please join us next week, and please join us for the future classes that we're going to be hosting, different live classes, sunrise classes, live at the Drifter Hotel. We're actually going there. Hopefully we're going to partner with some DJs out there who are also not working, and just getting, doing our part to infuse some life and good vibes into the city. So thank you all so much. I love you. Namaste. Of course, I don't know how to turn this off.